Lord, help me say this. For the last couple of generations, our strong, godly saints who served selflessly have died, who went to the Lord. And the version that have replaced them is a watered down version compared to the one that preceded I tried to say that as nice as I could. I never thought in America that I would see a time where children really don't know about Jesus, just the basic stuff about him. We're living in, like I said, and I used to think that it was Generation X's fault or the millennials' fault. Now I know different. It's not their responsibility to teach themselves, though there does come a point in time when that is. But the training that they're supposed to receive is supposed to receive that as early as possible. And that was not done. This leads to what we're having going on right now. And this is, I like to say oftentimes when I give my opinions about certain things, that this is 1 Charles 1:1. So if you got a Bible that's got a 1 Charles in it, you better throw that one away. I believe that there has been a dearth of godly fathers in America, and that has led to God cursing our land. And I say that looking at one of the scriptures that I'm going to use and saying that is Malachi, the 4th chapter. Malachi 4. Get to that. Verses 5 and 6 says this. Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Part of this same passage was stated by the angel of the Lord in Luke 1:17 when he was describing to Zechariah some of the attributes that his son John the Baptist would have. And he said in verse 17, he shall go before him in the spirit and power of Elias to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. Now I know that was a harsh statement that I made. And like I said, I'm a statistics junkie. So I'm going to read some statistics to you. And I'm not going to read very many because it was overwhelming, to be honest with you, when I read it. And you tell me if there's a curse on the land. Only 1 out of 4 kids live with their paternal fathers. This crosses all ethnic lines. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes. 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes. 85% of all children that exhibit behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. 75% of all adolescent patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes. 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions come from fatherless homes. 85% of all youth in prisons grew up in a fatherless house. 71% of pregnant teenagers lacked a father. And I could go on and on and on. But there is one statistic that isn't usually discussed.
Come on.
It is a positive statistic. The impact of a godly father on their entire family is incredible.
Amen.
The last statistic I'm going to read says the importance of children coming to saving faith in Jesus Christ can be broken down like this. 7% of saved children will help lead both of their parents to faith in Jesus Christ. 23% of saved wives and mothers will help lead their husbands and children to faith in Jesus Christ. 94% of saved husbands and fathers will help lead their entire family to the faith in Jesus Christ. 7%, 23%, 94%. Children leading their parents, 7. Wives leading their husband and children, 23%. Husbands, and when they say leading their entire family, it goes beyond their spouses and their children. It goes to their siblings. It goes to, to various other aspects of their family. So I'm about to take my seat, but I beseech you fathers on Father's Day, because I know in here, in these two churches, we're blessed because we have almost an even mixture. But in most churches, there are very few men compared to the women.
Yeah, true.
So I pray that if you find yourself struggling with your children, that you'll take to heart what God says in Deuteronomy 6, and grow in our love for God and grow in obedience, so that God can transform us, so then we can be able to influence our children. And I understand that somebody out there might be saying, well, Brother Charles, my children are grown now, and I miss that train, so to speak. And I will say to you, by faith, I believe that if you will put into practice the first part of Deuteronomy 6, to love God with everything you have and to obey God habitually, He will do one of two things. He will either create an opportunity for you to be able to have another encounter with your biological children, or He will open a way and a door for you to be a father to the millions of girls and boys out there who need a father figure in their lives, even though they're not your biological children.
Amen.
I remember growing up, I had an uncle named John Mack that did that for me. Sadly, I didn't realize what he was doing until I was grown. To be honest with you. When I was little, he came to my baseball game, Little League games. He cut my hair. When I got into high school, he came to my athletic events and came to my graduation. When I was going off to college, a few hours away, he drove me to college. And when I graduated, he came to my graduation.
Amen.
When I went to law school and graduated, he came to my graduation.
Amen.
And the thing that's interesting about this story is that he is not my blood uncle.
Wow.
He married into the family.
Right.
And even more than that, he wasn't saved at that time.
Wow.
He didn't get saved until late in his life. But he was willing to invest, and God used him, even though he wasn't saved, to invest his life and invest his wisdom in me, knowing that could keep me out of the troubles of learning stuff on the street.
Yes, Lord. Amen.
Leave that alone. So I've taken long enough, but I want to say to all the fathers, happy Father's Day.
Amen.
I pray as godly fathers that you leave a legacy that will allow a bridge for your children to go down, so they, even if they stray a little bit, they will know how to find God.
That's right.
Blessings. We'll hand this over to our mother.
Amen.
Amen.
94%. Don't ever let anyone tell you there's no importance for a man of God. And Kelly, so we thank you for the word. Thank you for you listening and searching out the word for the people. And we have something you took off. I didn't get to give it to you, but we have something for you. We thank you so much.